How's it going, YouTube? It's Dauntless Dom, and we're in my car today for this video, at least part of it. I'd just like to let you guys know that it's like it's really freaking hot out, like 92 or something, which isn't terrible. It's definitely some worser temps this summer, but it's still flipping hot out. I'm trying to film that intro like 2 or 3 times, and the sound in here is pretty good, I guess you could say, since we're kind of enclosed, but I got the windows down. But basically the title of today's video is ways to keep your car cooler in the summer. Now we're almost out of summer. It's currently August. September it's gonna start getting into the fall weather and stuff, but I figured I'd still make it. It's something that's been on my mind for a little bit now. Considering I'm a real big car person, I wanted to put this out there, and you know, before the summer months end and stuff. But if you live in a hot climate, I guess this applies to you still, you know, even after the summer months. So without further ado, I guess we'll go forward with the video. So one of the first ways to start cooling your car off is putting the windows down. Put them suckers down. It is freaking hot, and you're going to want to let all that hot air out, and that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, you may suffer a heat stroke in your car, and we don't really want that. Putting the windows down not only does it let all the hot air out, but if it's been sitting long enough, it will allow cool air to flow through the car and cool off the inside temperature. Now, some of you might not live in an area where you could do something like this, say a big populated area. If in this case you do live in a large city, or you're just running a few errands, you could always just crack the windows too, as it's still fairly effective in cooling your car off. It also looks pretty sleek.
If you're just running in somewhere real quick, just to get something, this method should be fine as you're not leaving your car very long. Still feeling a little uneasy about leaving your windows down? Well, if your car is equipped with a sunroof, you could use it in the tilt function. It's not going to be quite as effective as cracking your windows, as it creates an opening that allows the sunlight above to go directly to the driver and passenger area of the car. But it's a good last resort that also gives you a sense of security.
The next method of keeping your car cool is using sunshades. You can settle for regular or customized ones. They're fairly inexpensive and work pretty well at repelling the sun's rays, as you can see in these clips here. I personally like the accordion style, but the ones that fold up and hide away work well too. Both types usually have little straps that keep them secure, and you can just throw them in the trunk when you don't need it or have passengers. This one here I got for like $4 or $5, and it works pretty well as it's got real thick material. As for the Sailor Moon one, I had to get it, but it honestly doesn't work quite as well. I noticed it's made with a thinner plastic and it's already cracked. Yikes.
It's really not rocket science to install these either. You just flip down your sun visor and slide it in place. The crackling plastic noise that comes along with it is kind of annoying, but it's going to keep your car a lot cooler and protect the dash. If there's one thing I didn't know about this car when I bought it, it's that it's got a really big windshield, and the basic type of sunshade I have fits perfect for keeping it cool. As for the Sailor Moon one, if my windshield were a little smaller, it would probably fit better, but alas, it doesn't work that well and falls by just a door slam.
I guess I'm stuck with 2 for now. But I did happen to stumble upon a Civic forum online, and I heard a trick about putting them both to use. You can use a sunshade on the rear glass. I decided to give it a shot with the Sailor Moon one, and I learned that it actually fits pretty well. It may not be so useless after all. It's just another way you can keep your car just a little bit cooler. The third method to keeping your car cooler is tinting your windows. Now, I do warn you, some states are very strict about doing this to your car, so make sure you are aware of those restrictions before doing this. Window tint can be a little pricey, but when done right, it can not only make your car look nicer, but give you a little more privacy and make the inside temperature of your car cooler than without it.
Now, some cars already have what is known as factory tint, and it is tint that is already built into the glass by the manufacturer. Some car dealerships also tint the glass for the customers before purchasing the car to make them look nicer. If either of these apply to you, you're in the clear. If you're still unclear whether you have tint, crack your windows slightly like mine and check the top portion. If the glass that meets the top of the windows are a different clarity than the whole window itself, you have tinted windows. If not, your windows are currently tint-free. In the previous clips and the clip here, you can clearly see the very small section where there is no tint, as this part is hidden when the window is fully up. The fourth method of keeping your car cooler is pretty straightforward. Just get in your car and move it to a shadier spot. Now, throughout the day, you may have to continue moving as the sun's position in the sky changes, but your car is going to be a lot cooler under a tree than being exposed to the heat of the sun. See, isn't that better? Your car is not going to be blazing hot when you try and get in it and go somewhere. Your car's paint job will thank you later too. Now, for the fifth and final method of keeping your car cooler, use all of these methods I've taught you together.
Well, that's the video, guys. That's some basic ways to keep your car cooler during the summer. I mean, there were some other methods I had seen, but these were just the mere basic ones that were low cost or didn't cost you anything at all. But if I missed any, let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!